My persuasive speech is over college books should be free for students. Allowing students to receive free textbooks would encourage more people to attend college, help our education system, and help our economy. Many students aren't aware, like their first year, the freshman year of college, that when they go into, college, that their textbooks are going to be this expensive. I myself was not, I wasn't aware of how expensive my textbooks were going to be. My first semester, I took biology, and just the lecture book was over $300, and the lab manual was almost $200. And it caught me by surprise because I had no idea that books were going to be that expensive. I was used to high school, where they provided the books for you in class and you didn't have to pay for them. Textbooks should be free because they would encourage more people to attend college. If textbooks were free, more people would come to college just because the expenses, the cost would be cheaper for us, for the students. Yes, we would still have to pay for the tuition, if you don't get financial aid, but, not having to spend so many $100s each semester on books would help us out as students. Then we would have, then more people would want to go to school. They would have the option to, and it would be there for them. The college attending rates would go up, which would help with graduation rates also going up. Free textbooks would help education. It would help education because, that would, like I said, have more people want to come to school. It would, like people that are going to school now, for example, let's say they don't have the money to afford the textbooks, therefore they don't buy them. This would help those students out. If, people that can't afford to buy the textbooks and go to class, without the textbook, they have a disadvantage than other kids that, are able to have the textbooks. They, if you don't have the book, you can't study, you can't, for your tests, for your homework, quizzes, assignments, unless, the only chance you have to use a book for that class if you don't have your own personal book is going to the library, and there's only so many copies. So if these, students were able to have a free book from the school, it would help them out, which would help them, have a higher grade in all their assignments. They, it would allow them to pass the class, which would eventually help them graduate. Free textbooks would also help the economy. It would help the economy in the aspect of more people would graduate. If we had more people graduating, it would allow those people to have better jobs than what they have now that they haven't graduated college. It would, people that having better jobs would help, help them themselves and their families in their future. They would have better job opportunities, jobs that, actually provide benefits, and, where they have bonuses and can move up in life. There would be less poverty, less people working at like low income places, where they're not making much money. And it would just be better for people's lives. It's not fair for us to have to buy expensive textbooks when, you can only use them once for that one class. After that, they're not useful for us. They, we can't, when we try to go and sell them back to the school or, to different places, you don't get the money back that you invested in. You don't even get half the price back. The more, so it's not helpful for us in any way. Having people or like the school provide the books for us would be very helpful in the long run. So, in conclusion, I think that, having the school provide the books for us would give people the opportunity to go to college. It would lessen the cost of what, the expensive you spend going to college, which, would help out a lot of people. more people would be able to pass the classes that couldn't afford, the books. They'd have the book. They'd have the advantage of that. They would pass their classes, which, like I said, would help us graduate, help us get better jobs in the long run. So I think colleges should provide books for us.